Forget what you know, forget what you've heard, and all that's left is my boy Soarse Spoken.
Soarse Spoken, Miami-based hip-hop musician. I was raised in Miami. Basically came from Jersey when I was around 12 years old. I was born in Colombia, South America, and I've been making hip-hop for about a little bit over a decade, with a few international releases, a few international tours, and I recently took a hiatus from hip-hop 4 years ago, and I recently came back, to do my thing. Right now I'm working on a mixtape called Starve the Hunger. That's going to be the first project that I released since I took my hiatus. The whole project was produced by Sharp Sound, and this is basically my introduction back to the music scene. So Starve the Hunger is scheduled to be released in October. I'm hoping to go up to New York to start touring in support of the mixtape. And hopefully I hope to end up back here in Miami sometime in December for Art Basel, to perform somewhere, to either promote the mixtape or to promote the album if it's ready to be released by then. Basically my goal when people hear Starve the Hunger is, when they hear the shit, I want them to be like, damn, how come this cat hasn't been making music in a minute, Like, I want to hear more shit. That's basically the reaction I want to hear from people. I want to hear more shit. And that's what I'm hoping comes across. I'm really proud of the mixtape. Shout out my man Omniscient. He recorded and mixed everything. Shout out Miami Beatwave, who mastered the mixtape. I just recently met the cast from Miami Beatwave. I met Brandon, I met Chip, and I met Da Vinci, and those guys are the fucking shit. What up, Miami? Beatwave Studios, let's go. I like collaborating with people, man. I like building with people, and I like making music, so it's a pleasure for me to just be able to reach out to somebody, and it's an honor for me to be able to reach out to somebody and be like, hey, you guys want to work on this, and for them to be like, yeah, we got you. I mean, like, I've hit up cats who are like doing national tours, and they don't really have to do this, but they're like, yo, I got you. That shit was really, that humbled me.
I'm gonna lay down what I have for both beats, and then, to be honest, you figure out what we do with them. I mean, we can put them out for one of my shits, or you could jump on them, or whatever the fuck you want to do. It really don't matter.
You have hooks?
I got a hook for this one.
Okay.
The other one is just a verse.
Alright.
Yeah.
I can build around that. I feel like I actually like that.
Yeah. From a single cinematic point, lives collide, satisfy me mentally, and my rhymes arrive. I'm about to grind and write raps on paper. You will never guess with what word I'm about to find myself looking out the window of your mind, stroking on a solitary line while the fans let the commentary fly. Hi, my name is Strange, so is the way my pain is framed. Let me explain myself, my pain is sane. When I first started writing when I was a kid, I would like to write without a beat. Like, I would like to just write rhymes and write poetry and stuff like that. And then I got into freestyling, and then I got into kind of like combining the two. So right now my writing process evolved to the point where I kind of need the beat that I want to write to before I even start writing. And I like to write by myself, with a J-Lit, just chilling here at the crib. I like to write in the studio too, but sometimes, depending on what beat it is and what track it is, what the concept of the song is, I might want to take my time with it, take a couple days, but I could pretty much knock out a 16 in 15-20 minutes if I'm at the studio chilling. But it's different, man. I write different. So I like to really, because I don't know, man, I'm kind of intricate with my rhymes, so I like to make sure that it's being laid down properly before I go in the booth. Right now, all my raps are kind of aimed towards what the goal is, as opposed to just, free writing where I'm just writing for the fun of it. I try to do that once in a while because it helps out a lot with my writing process. I don't like to write a whole song from front to end if I'm not in the studio. If I'm at the crib, I like to go through about 4 or 5 beats. I'll write for 15 minutes to one beat, I'll have to switch to the next beat, write for 15 minutes to that one, switch to the next beat, so on and so forth. That's just the way I like to do it, man. That's me. Like, that's the style that I developed. I don't really pay attention to how other people write because I know the way I like to do it.
Good job, Soarse. You fucking man.
Soarse spoken in 5 words.
Yeah.
Hungry, ambitious, motivated, cautious, and I don't know. What's the opposite of cautious?
Reckless.
Cautious and reckless. The way in which it relates to Start with Hunger.
From the moment I was born in the world of a song, I started growing up and then I started getting strong. I see it with my third eye. I let it be, I let it breathe, I set it free when the pen released my verse fly. Blowing trees, killing stress, loving hip-hop for the first time. Flow with ease and negativity don't concern mine.
Well, this is the thing, man. You know, I recently, when I decided to get back into making music, I decided to quit my 9 to 5, which basically caused me to lose, you know, my benefits, insurance, any kind of income that was coming in. I quit the 2 parties I was rocking in Miami, which were Chocolate Sundays and Lifted. So basically I decided to quit everything I was doing. The relationship I was in ended at the same time. So basically it's kind of like my life went 180 and I had to basically dive into this. Like, it was like do or die situation. So I took the opportunity that somebody gave me and ran with it as far as I'm gonna make music full time. So I've been blessed with the opportunity to get to do that now. I get to do music full time, but at the same time my life is a little unstable as far as not really knowing where my next paycheck is coming to or coming from, you know what I mean? So all those words that I mentioned kind of relate to that whole situation in my life. Why it all led up to that. Yeah, man, that's basically it. So right now it's either do or die for me.
Check 2. Sharp shot. Hold on one second.
Miami, goddammit!
I said Miami. How the fuck y'all feeling tonight? If you got a drink in your hand, raise that shit up right now.
Hold on.
Let's cheers real
We
quick.
about to celebrate Thursday night in Miami.
Yo, that shit you just said, whatever it was. You know what I mean? But they bring that shit up and it does something for me. Like, alright, I got you.
Oils on the lenses are they ratting up. They notice from fraud set them up. They fall off for short film, etc. Hollywood talk results and chuck out lines where real niggas get the call. Dudes don't get involved, man. Fuck how you grind. You better off getting up, getting out, getting a job, and getting out. Look at me and my fam doing fine, thriving. But then when they ask you what they doing, you respond, shit, I'm just surviving and getting by, man. Look at player, I know who I am, but quite come to your mind. Wherever I rise in, I give a damn. With these pants they half gay. Rappers got to say they little buzz ones. None of this half done a haze, son of a rocket launching basket case. Oh! Bottles up from the southernmost tip. I'm packing lights, no one likes a trip.
Say what?
We're filming a documentary tonight, so I want everybody
Smile
to
for
point
the
towards the
camera,
camera
y'all.
and make some fucking
Smile
noise.
for the camera.
Drinks up, drinks up, drinks up.
Drinks up, Miami, drinks
This
up.
is an alcoholic
Ladies and gentlemen,
show.
presenting to you,
I'm a smoker.
live and in
You know
full
what I mean?
effect.
But I'm fucking with the licks and the beat nuts, bitch. Drinks up.
Let's go.
My man Soarse.
SS, yeah. SS,
The
yeah.
only way to use the beast is to starve the hunger. Made food for thought to make it found in a dumpster. It's raw and uncut. We do the numbers. We're feeling this way ever since we was youngsters. Yeah. See, we starve the hunger. Made food for
Sharp Sound Production, Miami.
If your God works in a mysterious way, when my music plays you'll feel the same, yo, seriously. Here's to the girl killing me curiously. If I wasn't here now I'd be there killing that shit, period. See, I don't play or pay attention to whoever's iller than me. ADHD like a motherfucker, yo, clearly I beat. Plus mouth like a trucker, I like a pirate, fly like I'm up there, yeah. Jet lag like a pirate. silent. Swag vile like a virus, but I'm dressed to impress. Fresh to death, I style like I'm violent, and I smile like I'm wildin'. Courting a bird with feathers out. Settle down now on the edge of times where I tether my style out. Find a cloud, smoke a J, shine the lighthouse. Write a poem, stroke the pain, sacrifice found. Pass the rice around, sneaking the bread past the likes of hounds. That's when the fox decides to pounce.
The only way to feed the beast is to starve the hunger. Go made food for thought, you made it found in a dumpster. It's raw and uncut, we do them numbers. Been feeling this way since we was youngsters. Yeah. You know we starve the hunger. Go made food for thought, you made it found in a dumpster. It's raw and uncut. Yeah. Been feeling this way since we was youngsters.
Often listened to, seldom never heard in a cell. Hanging on every word, puffing the subliminals. Check the gutter though, this boy about to bring the butter home like he never suffered alone, writing his mother a poem. Life in the deep end, pretending I'm sleeping while getting slurred on the weekends. And it's life abroad, the greatest fucking country in the world without your rights, of course. Yeah, I studied that. Where my buddies out, round them up, cause the money's back. Bitch, bear caught in a honey trap, sonny. Fitted half fat and mad hungry. Yep, up in the lab with a bad case and a mad munchies. Yeah, still let me out of my kill that they doubt me, it's mad funny. I travel the globe, those same honeys back on my bags for me. If I say I get it in, yeah, I mean it. Got that blue passport with the eagle in front, looking the meanest. Like,
way to feed the beast is to starve the hunger.
Well, how do you let the crowd familiarize with you?
I don't know, this is the way I see it. You gotta not really care about what they think. You just have to do what you feel is right and what you feel feels good, you know? You always have to follow your instinct and what you like, and every time that you do something that you like, you come off confident because you're doing something that you actually like. You do something you don't like, you don't come off confident, you come off, you're not weak, you come off, I don't want to do this shit.
Shook.
Right, but when you do it, you do what you love. You do that shit with power and with freedom, and people like that shit and they gravitate to that.
Like I mentioned earlier, I quit doing everything I was doing to dive into this music full time. I decided that either it was gonna be what I was doing at the particular moment, which wasn't really making me happy, or make music full time. And somebody gave me that opportunity. Somebody said they would help me out with it. So I decided to do it. My goal is just to do it, man. Do it. I plan on releasing music. I plan on going on tour, you know, building a great fan base who's gonna love what I'm doing and really appreciate where I'm coming from. I plan on giving them a great show, just putting out the illest music, and I plan on, you know, hopefully being able to live off that. That's my goal, you know. That's my main goal. That's the one thing that I'm focused on right now. I pretty much have tunnel vision when it comes to that. There's nothing else that I have in mind right now other than that. Like, I would love to hear just more feedback from my fans, and I want to hear what they like and what they don't like. I want to be able to build the illest, you know, the illest projects just based off their feedback. I'd like to interact with them as many ways as I can. You know, they're the most important thing. You know, I want to make this music for me because I love it, but I want the people that also hear it and really understand it to love it just as well. Every song I make is a life story within 4 minutes. That's the way that's the way I come across it. That's the way and hopefully people understand. I got into hip hop because I understood where it was coming from. When I moved to this country when I was 6 years old, and I came from a third world country, and we came from a really fucked up place. That's the first music that I heard that I understood. That I understood what everybody was talking about, what they were talking about, why they were saying what they were saying. You know, I really felt it. So that's the kind of music that I grew up listening to and why I love. So to be able to provide that for somebody else is you know, is one of my main goals within making this music. For somebody else to feel the way I felt when I first heard hip hop.